Episode 3 of some more solid advice. One thing that I have learned in my life is that any person at whatever level they pretend to be at, from investor to janitor, with or without money, will eventually be exposed to every room they walk into. So they fake names enter it before them. And sometimes by removing them from your picture, they do you the favor and expose themselves by talking about how they were the victim when you remove them. And if anyone ever thinks that there is no fire where there's smoke, then they're stupid and not worth knowing anyway. Anyone can recover from any financial loss. I have seen it with my own eyes. But showing the world dishonest people is a must at times. And whether you tell people you got kicked out or I kicked you out, my success spoke for itself. And you did me a favor acting weak by telling people you've been kicked out. Being low lives degenerates is something that in all my years across many worlds I've lived in is just, it's just something that's a norm. And like I said, across any worlds that I've lived in, I have seen very high level and some very low level for peanuts, and some just jealous that others like you. Some screwed themselves out of the opportunity, which is between them and their God. But publicly, no one who does not question that there's a reason people get removed is too dumb to even bother with. And you do not need to entertain those clowns and their circus. I've had people lie. I've had people cheat. I've had people steal. I've had people speak and people betray. Then even offer me settlement with an attitude while they owe. And offering a settlement is an admission of guilt, which you cannot come back from. So the attitude is not needed when you know you did wrong and now asking to make it right. And if you're innocent, you don't settle with someone and even offer them a gift, a gratuity, which I've also had before. Yet I have seen those same people with attitude and talk the stories without realizing that they look pathetic to people that entertain it. I have had people ask me to act on things before they even knew it was true, just because they heard it from other people not even involved. And they have all been proven themselves wrong in due time. So, never worry when they speak after you remove them. For anyone with a brain can work out that where there is smoke, there's always going to be a fire. And you do your best. And as for loyalty, I always used to believe that everyone is allowed to talk to everyone. My allies with my betrayers, my friends with my enemies, and anyone with anyone, even knowing exactly who talks about me behind my back and smiles in my face. I let it just be. As we call these people, weasels, cowards. And I'll be open-minded by not minding it until I learned that it's not being open-minded. That's called being naive. And here's what success and global power has taught me. The table you sit at says everything about who you are, not the words and not your intentions. As they say, there is no good agreement with a bad person. I have been betrayed by business partners who acted like victims afterwards, after they put themselves out, close friends too, and even people who owe me money but have an attitude about it. Then I watched people I called friends sit down with those same people and say nothing to me. If you side with someone who has betrayed me, you made a choice, and then so will I know. I'm not going to be angry, nor will I be dramatic, nor will I be bothered by it. Plenty people I kicked out for acting a fool only knew how to talk after without realizing, telling the world I removed them. It was them showing not worth being around, and they are weak in the situation, which further discredited them. But who you side with, people who are against me, that's all I need to know about your character. And I always understood something the mafia did decades ago before any business school will ever teach you. You never have to hate anyone. You just have to know who is who and who is together, so you know where to never stand and never walk into the wrong rooms. So you know where to exist and where to make an example. Let me tell you this in short. Loyalty is not what you say, but where you sit. And every circle in life will show you where you walked into your own problems and where you need to stay away from. Just keep it real. Be loyal. Be honest. Be credible. Be decent, even if you were the wrongdoer, for your own sake, that you don't talk about it afterwards and make yourself look pathetic that you were kicked out of the room. You were kicked out of the party. There are people that I know that talk about being kicked out of the party with pride. And just keep it real. There's no need in this life to fake anything. There's no need in this life to make yourself look stupid after you've been removed from the party. There's no need in this life to be two-faced. You can always choose which side you want to be on and let the other side know exactly which side you're on, which is something that I've always stood by, that people know that even quoting people have said about me that I may be a problems at time, but they will choose that over the fact that I am always loyal. Just keep it real. It is one of the most amazing things that a human being can be. It can be worth more than anything else you can think of offering this world. Just keeping it real.